I first came to Uganda in October of 2005 and met Grace. She had been working here in the Acholi Quarter as a social worker, and she brought me here so that I could meet some of the women and hear their stories.
When we met, we found that we had a lot that we could do together here. So that was the onset of everything. We sat down with all the women and names were suggested, about 6 to 8 of them, and then a vote was cast, and then Have Hope was the name chosen.
The families living in the Acholi Quarter here relocated here 15 and 20 years ago when the violence became too unbearable in the north. One of the great challenges that a lot of our children have when they attend school is that their home life here is so challenging. So they don't have the same opportunities to do homework and to study and to really focus on their education, because when they are back home, they're doing laundry, they're fetching water, they're helping to prepare food, they're doing a number of daily chores that really takes them away from concentrating on their studies. It's one of the advantages of the kids that we put into boarding school. They're able to actually focus primarily just on their education. Child sponsorship was one of our very first programs, and that was something the women really cared about, was education for their children, and that was a real focus for them.
My name is Lapek Maria Goretti. I am 13 years old. My school is called St. John Bosco Katendi. In my future, I would like to be a teacher.
Whereas in the Acholi Quarter, their parents work in the stone quarry and do a lot of manual labor. Some of our children now aspire to be lawyers. One student wants to be a flight attendant. They actually have dreams and believe in things outside of just life in the quarter.
I'm Judith Linda. I'm in senior 3 now, and I'm in St. Lawrence, Paris Palais. I love math because when I'm studying math, I feel like I'm understanding everything. Literature has always been my favorite since P1. And chemistry, I just love the chemical reactions and everything about it. Thank you very much for sponsoring me, and I'm very grateful for whatever you've done for me, because I'm now hopeful that one day I will be in the International Court of Justice as the best lawyer there. Just because of you, I owe you my future.
One of the most successful programs that we've had has been the loan program. The chicken house has been one very good example of the ladies who got these loans. She normally has a ready market. Most of the women or most of the people who live at the quarters, normally on Sundays or big occasions, they feel they really need to eat chicken. We also have the piggery. There is this lady who is really so hardworking. She never fails in anything. She's sickly, asthmatic, but she's so hardworking that every time you find her, even if it's raining, at her pig house. At Christmas, she sold 2 very big pigs at very high prices.
We want the women of Project Have Hope to be able to be financially independent and self-sufficient. So we enroll them in a number of different vocational training programs. We enroll them in tailoring courses, in catering courses, in computer skills training courses. We have several women who have also studied beauty salon. We have 2 women who are studying how to knit so that they can knit sweaters that children wear to schools for their school uniforms. We believe in a number of different vocational training programs which will enable the women to support themselves and their families.
These are one of our best examples of the ladies who really is making use of the loans that they got.
In 2008, I went for a catering course. I did it for 6 months. After finishing the course, I opened a business. The restaurant is moving well, and I have most customers, and I cook a lot of food. At times I get people for outside catering. Like at times I get 100 people, at times 150. And so the business was being all that good for me. And it is able to pay the rent here, feeding for the children, then at times school fees also.
The women of Project Have Hope are talented artisans. They craft jewelry out of recycled paper. We sell that jewelry in the United States as a way to fundraise for all of the programs that we do here in Uganda.
The bead process is a very interesting one. You begin by getting papers. It's normally used or recycled paper. The colors are the colors of the papers that you get. So cut them into triangular strips. They are rolled into balls, of course looking like beads. Then these beads or the balls are then strung onto polythene wire to give holes while they're doing the varnishing. So varnishing is adding the liquor, bead liquor, onto it. It's done in a basin or a container. It's hung. It's always done about 3-4 times to make it shine or kind of smooth. After this, after the total drying, it has to really be dry so that they will never stick together again. So after the proper drying, you then string it up into whatever thing you want. It's either going to be a calf necklace, it's going to be a single necklace, or a bracelet, or an anklet.
To improve the nutrition of the women that we work with and their families, we initiated a Sack Garden program. With that, they're able to produce food that gives their families vegetables to eat while they're able to sell the surplus in markets and earn some money. We plowed an area which we made into our gardens and fenced it in to house the Sack Gardens. Now that the women have moved the Sack Gardens to their homes, we're using that land to plant other vegetables. Working with 100 women means we work with women from a number of different backgrounds. There are some women who have never walked into a school. There are some women who have never had an opportunity to attend school. There are some women who have made it up to the equivalent of about their high school education.
This is Project Have Hope with adult literacy. We educate women with advantaged, disadvantaged women from northern Uganda. So this is our class.
Project Have Hope focuses on each woman to help them attain the education or the skills that they need so that they can create income-generating businesses so that they can sustain their families. We offer adult literacy classes. Those classes are geared to women who have never, ever stepped into a classroom. The first class, they had to learn how to hold a pencil. The adult literacy program has been going on for 2 years, and now the students are beginning to work on conversational English. One of the adult literacy students told me how now when she goes to Malago Hospital to bring her sick child there, she can find the doctor, she can read the signs in the corridors. Also, when the doctor gives her a prescription for her child, she can read how she should follow the prescription so that she can properly give the medicine to her child. One of the adult literacy students told me how now she's able to count money, and so she's able to give back proper change and also check the change that she receives when she purchases something. A lot of the basic things that we as Americans just take for granted, being able to write our name, being able to count our money, being able to read a sign, is not something that many of these women are able to do. The adult literacy classes are making that possible.
I would like to say that we've really done a lot, and I feel we've made a lot of success, and I'm sure that we still can do a lot more to make this community a better one.
And for that, we need your help. There's so many different ways that you can get involved, by choosing to sponsor a child, or helping to give a woman a loan so that she can start a business, or sponsoring an entire family. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and thanks for your support.